Time now for Restoring the Soul of Healthcare from the HELPcare Clinic in Austin.
It is that time, our once a month get-together with our friends from the HELPcare Clinic, and Mr. Lee Aase joins us this morning. I'll have you bump that up just a little bit.
Yeah, glad to be with you in studio
I
today.
forget how tall you are when I set the microphone up for you, but it's always a pleasure to see you, and I know we've got a couple of things that we're going to talk about here today to get us going here, and you got a special guest that you also brought with you, and we'll introduce them as we go.
Yeah, well, we're glad today to be able to announce we have a new program that we call Health Insurance with HELPcare. And so it's a health insurance product that we've developed with North Risk Partners, which is an insurance broker, a Minnesota-based insurance broker. But they've developed, they're willing to develop a product and have developed a product that includes HELPcare Clinic membership and all the things that are included in our membership, like the free lab tests, the free office visits, the free medications, including that within an overall insurance program that covers catastrophic things like hospitalization and specialist care. Put that together in one package that can actually help people save money. And I'm pleased today to announce that we have our first customer who has signed on the dotted line and has employees starting the first of the year with this new product. And that's Spencer Medgaarden from Medgaarden Southwest Sales, and asked him to join with us today to be able to talk a little bit about his business and sort of their history, with health insurance, and what he first thought about when he was hearing about this, because Dr. Dave Strobel is one of their customers, so he's kind of been in on this from the beginning, but finally this became something that was really attractive for him to be able to offer to his employees.
Well, Spencer, good to have you here. And
thanks for having me.
As a business owner, I mean, I just kind of learned as we were talking, you've always done what you can when it comes to providing health care for your employees. And this year especially, but the last couple of years, it's just been skyrocketing. The costs have been.
Yes, it is.
And as you've been looking at this, there was finally a tipping point where you saw that this was kind of the best of both worlds for you?
Yeah, like Lee had said, Dr. Strobel had been a customer of ours, and this idea came out years ago, and he was always telling me about it, and I thought, hey, that's great sounding idea, and I was totally on board when he finally did start it, but I wasn't there yet because they didn't offer that insurance to go with it, because I was already paying the insurance, and I was just, that's another added expense, which, I'm trying to cut expenses. And when Dr. Strobel come and said, hey, you should come to this meeting. And Lee came in and got me set up with the meeting, and really liked what I heard and set up time, and we went and got some quotes, and it was a nice savings, and I believe it's the employees got more or better coverage, and saved me money and saving them money in the long run. And I just, it makes sense.
Yeah, like I say, kind of the best of both worlds. And being able to, and maybe I'm overstating this, is it like an insurance broker that is working with you to look and find what fits best with your plans? You can kind of offer both to everybody?
Right. So they, they understand what our benefits are, what's included in our membership. And then there are different marketplaces for, companies with 5 employees or 10 or more, or, 30 or more, and so as you get more employees, you have more options. And Medgaarden's business is a place where they, at least have some really solid options that we're able to pick and combine this together. And that insurance company then credits the amount that they pay for our membership to reduce the premium for the insurance, because they're recognizing that they're going to be getting a lot of care free from us, and they're not going to then go through the higher cost system. And as we were coming over today, Spencer was talking about one of his experiences with the higher cost system with suspected strep throat, and I thought it was a pretty illustrative of what the difference might be here.
Well, you want me to tell
you? Walk us through.
So, no, this was. I had strep throat back in high school, college, and I knew what it felt like. And this was quite a few years ago. I suspected, I remember what it felt like, had strep. I just wanted to go in and get a test done. And I go in, waited to get in, finally got in. The nurse, I was like, I just want a strep test just to see. Well, you got to see a doctor for that. I was like, okay. Well, I get checked in, get in the room. Nurse comes in, does a swab. Huh, you're a nurse, right? And she goes, yep, the doctor will be with you in a bit. So he come in, touched my neck, looked everything over, and he said, yeah, I don't think you have strep, but we'll wait for the quick test to come back. Well, he come back 5 minutes later. Yep, your quick test showed you have strep. I'm like, oh, all right, so I have strep throat. Well, 2 months later, I get the bill, $700-800. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to say, Lee, what would that have costed me coming to the
that'd be free.
So
okay, that'd be something that's included in membership, and and hopefully a lot more rapidly available, to be able to come in and just get the test done, and then if the result is positive, then we can just have the doctor write a prescription. And
how much of a wait would I have had?
Well, our goal is we're seeing people, same day, next day for acute things like that, and especially if it's a rapid test like that, we can just work that in. So that's something that doesn't have to be an appointment in advance.
That's kind of why. That's a savings right there. If I have any of my employees, anybody, that's $700-800 that they don't have to spend, and they can go see him. It made real sense that this was going to be affordable for both the employer and the employees.
Right. And I would think too, especially being a small business, you can afford to have your employees off for extended periods of time doing things, and even going through that labyrinth of, you have to make an appointment, you got to sit here and wait for the doctor, then go in and get the nurse, still got to wait for the doctor, now you got to wait for the test. You're away from work all this time just to find out what you already knew, that being able to get in, get it done, get it taken care of, it's a big savings on the other end just in the practicality of running your business. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Yeah, so the goal is we're reducing the costs up front, with the premiums that they're paying. But then secondly, because, they still have about a $5,000 deductible, okay, and that's equivalent to what they had before. But instead of their employees having to say, oh, man, do I really want to go to the doctor? Because that's going to be out of pocket. It's going to be that $700-800 that we're talking about. Instead, they can go in and get treated and get better instead of, having to spend time agonizing about, well, this is going to be costing me a lot of money anyway. So,
no, it just really makes sense. It does.
Well, if you would, how many employees do you have that are affected by this?
We have 21 employees, including my brother and myself. My parents started the business back in '94, and I come on shortly after, or right after college. I came on board, and we grew from Southwest Sales to North Star Body Shop to the tranny shop of Austin, and just grew. Mom and Dad, it got a little big, and they were like, hey, this is a good time to retire. I think you boys want to buy it now, don't you? So in 2010, Scott, my brother, and myself bought Southwest Sales and the transmission shop and the North Star Body Shop. So, I tell you, I can't say enough. I have a crew of guys and 2 gals that are just amazing. I can't say enough. They're just a lot of guys have been with me 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. I have quite a few that have been 15 plus years. It says something. We're a family. That's why I do what I do with the insurance. Lee keeps telling me, you do really well with this. Not a lot of companies do what you do, and it always makes me feel good. I try to give as much as I can.
Well, I have to say that being the type of business you are, starting as a family business and trying to keep that feel and being able to offer for your employees, because you want to keep them around and they're loyal to you, you're loyal to them. Yep. This works right into that.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, it's a perfect fit. I feel they are a family business too. We're so.
Yeah, we have just over a minute here, Lee. For people hearing about this for the first time, or maybe you want to approach their employer of the small business, whether they are, or a business owner listening to this going, this can't be. How can they find out more?
Well, we actually have a story on this on our website. It's at HELPcare.health, so they can go look on the blog. And it links to our program, which is called Health Insurance with HELPcare. So it's a combination of health insurance with HELPcare clinic membership wrapped within it. So they can learn more, and then they can give us a call at 507-279-2345. Or they can stop by and see us for themselves. We're just a block east of St. Augustine's and a block west of the Hormel Historic Home on 4th Avenue Northwest. But we'd be glad to talk with them about it and have them better understand how this really works, because there's a lot of ways to pull some of the waste out of the healthcare expense system and make it available for people.
Fantastic. I always enjoy these get-togethers. I'm amazed at how much you can do, and it gets better every time I see you. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Sean.
All right, we'll see you next month.
Yep.